everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So I want to talk about the new Nintendo Switch Lite that was announced today. Now I don't typically make these type of videos, but I've been a big Nintendo fan for the longest time. I've probably had every iteration of Nintendo that's ever existed on this planet that's been available in the United States. So I do have a bit of a vested interest in it because I myself am interested in it. So I saw on the way to work this morning they were talking about the new Nintendo Switch Lite. And I'll go ahead and pull a picture up here so you can see it. Voila. So it's going to be available in 3 different colors, and they're talking about also having a Pokemon edition one that comes out later in the year. But it's supposed to be available in September. It has 3 new colors, so it's going to be available in turquoise, it's going to be available in gray, and it's going to be available in yellow. All plastic. There's been a couple of changes to it, but the most significant one that I think most people are going to be happy about is that it's going to be available brand new for $199, which is really good. But there are going to be some changes. So they toned it down a little bit to make the light version because, of course, it's going to be light. It's not going to have all the heavyweight features that the normal one has. And, of course, there's also rumors out there that there's going to be a Pro model that comes out later, which I'm really excited and hoping is going to happen. So took $100 off the price tag. They dropped it down to a 5.5-inch screen from the 6.2-inch screen. The original one had a 900p resolution, kind of there in between 720p and 1080p, but it would do 1080p output when you connect it to the TV. Well, this one's going to be 720p, which is perfectly fine because they scaled the screen down. So you're going to have, it's going to be very similar in the resolution just because of the pixels per inch on the size of the screen and all that. So you're not going to be able to tell too much of a difference. At least you shouldn't be able to. Now, in addition to that, the control setup is different. It's a single unibody design. So I have my Switch here. Ta-da! So you can see how we have the neon Joy-Cons on the side. They're detachable. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you know this. If you don't have a Nintendo Switch, you may not know this. So there's a kickstand on the back. That's going away on the new one. The Joy-Cons, they're going away. So what you're going to have is the controls are going to be integrated with the new Nintendo Switch Lite. And in addition to that, they changed up a little bit on the front. So you can see here you've got the 4 buttons here, the 4 buttons here. You still have the 4 buttons over here on the right-hand side joystick. But on the left-hand side one, they opted for a traditional D-pad. So you're going to have the D-pad on there as opposed to the little 4 buttons. So that's all that's really changed with the controller. Now, you need to know that this is not going to be able to connect to the TV. It's purely a handheld model. I wish they would have maybe called it something that kind of elicited more of a pure handheld feel to it than just calling it the Lite. Because in addition to being light, which it is, you're not going to be able to plug it into the TV. So you're not going to have a docking cradle. I mean, there may be one for charging. I looked online and the specs say that it's still going to support a USB-C charging port. So you'll still be able to charge it, probably even with your Nintendo Switch cable if you don't have it into the dock. But I don't know if this one's going to be dock compatible or not. But it's still going to have the headphone jack, so you can plug that in there. Still no Bluetooth support, which is kind of annoying. I wish they kind of get that sorted out by now. But no Bluetooth support still from what I've read. And it's going to have a decent sized battery that's supposed to be able to, they say it'll take 3 hours to completely charge, and it should be able to run Breath of the Wild for up to 4 hours. So it still has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, still has all the standard Wi-Fi stuff in there, and there's not a whole lot that's changed. It does have a 3,570 milliamp battery, if you would like to know exactly how big the battery is. Another thing, you're going to have to look on the back of the video game cases now because this one's only going to be compatible with handheld games unless you connect a Joy-Con to it. So you can still connect a Joy-Con to it, but it's not going to have them natively on there anymore. You're just going to have the integrated controls that are already there. So if you want to play a game like 1-2 Switch or Super Mario Party, or if you want to be able to do those throwing actions like on Pokemon, it'll still support the Pokemon controller thing, the little ball. It'll still support the Joy-Cons if you want to use those, but you're not going to be able, you're going to have to buy them separately. It's not going to come with it. So some of the games, you're not going to be able to play it just using the Nintendo Switch Lite itself. Now, it's going to be available in September, I can't remember exactly, September 20th, which is supposed to be the same day that the new Link's Awakening is going to be coming out. And I'm super excited about that. Link's Awakening is my most favorite Link Zelda game of all time. When I first got my Game Boy way back in the day, I had this. And unfortunately, somebody stole it from my house, took it outside one day playing some flag football with some neighborhood kids. They ran off with it. Scarred me for life, let me tell you. I had to save up and get another Game Boy. But I did get my Link's Awakening back. Absolutely love the game. I've beaten it so many times. It's coming out the same day as the new Nintendo Switch Lite, so that's really cool. You'll be able to get that and play that. And of course, I really think that there's a good place for the new Nintendo Switch Lite because it's kind of like what we've all dreamed about if you've been a big handheld game fan. So if you played the Game Boy, if you played the Nintendo DS's, we finally, what we're getting here is a dedicated mobile platform that's going to have the full-fledged capabilities of the Nintendo Switch. Essentially, it's going to have the same power, same performance. You're not going to notice really anything different other than it's a little bit smaller, which is nice because if you want to take it on the go, that's great. But you're going to be missing those features like being able to disconnect the control. The resolution is going to be a little bit smaller. Can't plug it to the TV. You'd lose the stand on the back. So there's a couple of things you're going to miss there, but it's $199, and I think this will really help people get it into their house and get to experience some of the wonderful Nintendo stuff. Now, if only they could make a better online system, I'd be really happy about that. But for $3.99 a month, you can't complain too much. So really cool. I think this is a great idea from Nintendo. I'll probably end up buying one because I have tons of kids and I'm a big giant adult kid, so I may get one myself. But cool. The new colors look nice. I like that it's all one color. I have the neon Nintendo Switch, and it's cool that it has that the red and the blue on the other ends. But I like that you have the single unibody design. Integrated controllers is nice, and it's all one color. So I do like that. It kind of reminds me of like the old Game Boy Colors. I had a yellow Game Boy Color back in the day. Whenever the Pokemon Pikachu Yellow Edition came out, so that was pretty cool too. So I think it blends its roots with being a traditional handheld console with the idea and the concept and the power of the Switch all into one. So I think this is a good step forward. It's a good price. It's only $199. The Nintendo DS is like 150 bucks themselves. So this is really nice, and I think it's makes it affordable for a lot more people to enjoy the Switch experience. So that's all I've got on the new Nintendo Switch Lite. I was excited about this. I wanted to get home and make this video when I got off of work. And so if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I'd love to have a conversation with you all about this. And hopefully this has been helpful and let you know a little bit about the brand new Nintendo Switch Lite that's coming out. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.